All right, so shout out to JB. You know, Black Dalmatians on the way, only for the red breed. Shout out to Marla. Shout out to everybody who just joined the chat. So you talked about relationships. I got another tidbit. If you want to get the girl, produce a show, make her the star, and she may become your wife. And make sure you tell your...
that's what he did.
Make sure you tell your husband, your king, that I send, nothing but respect, that I say salute, and I owe both of y'all a Dear Summer shirt. That new series is coming out soon. We had a conversation a while ago, about that. But so he's a smart guy. Oh, that's him.
Lane way of life.
Good brother, how you feel, man? Salute to you, man. You're a smart dude, yo. When you write a book, I want the first autographed copy. How to Get a Wife.
Yeah.
How did I get married? I produced the film, made her the star,
wow.
and she just rolled with me, Yeah. But so you talked about relationships, and you said something about emotional constipation. I never heard that before. I'm gonna have to Google that. God damn. But all right, so so you had these experiences, and a lot of the experiences that you had, people will wait a lifetime. And some seasoned actors never get the opportunity to be in the same room with Robert De Niro, to be on the same set with Joe Pesci, to experience the Tasha Smith class. And you started however many years ago, not, being of the industry. And you have really been placed and blessed to be around some real seasoned veterans in the industry. So you then decide to create your own opportunity, which is what really intrigued me about, we've had brief conversations, and I think my brother's in here somewhere. We've had brief conversations over time, but when you told me about what it is that you had going on, I found it to be extremely amazing because, it reminded me of another young lady who had a similar story that we're going to talk about later. But now, so you take all those experiences and then you create your own thing called...
So This Is 30.
So tell the people about So This Is 30. And people, I'm telling you right now, I don't watch a lot of TV. And I got 2 kids. I fall asleep on Disney movies all the time.
Disney movies are awesome.
Yeah, but I fall asleep all the time. But you told me about what it was. That next morning, I went home and I watched every episode, every minute. So This Is 30. Talk to the people about what that is and how that came about.
Okay, so This Is 30 is my miniseries. It's a comedic outlook on the growing pains of becoming 30. And I include all the things that, women go through, the biological clock, the, trying to find a, quote, husband, a good husband, wanting children maybe, going on crazy dates. And all of these experiences are inspired by experiences that I've had. And basically, it's just my goal is to offer that entertainment, but on the back end, it's also to offer the audience just what my brand is and the brand of the actors that I have with me, because, you see, you start seeing faces and you learn to see the same thing. And what I love about what we do is that we actually create this from real stories and we embellish. And we do that together. We just throw some things in there. Like I write the scripts, but I tell my actors, look, this is what you're saying, but whatever you feel, let it happen. If you feel something different, let it happen. And I have the camera rolling. I love that part about it because it adds the, authenticity to it. So
that's big talk, in the words of Khaled. Shout out to Brad Marquis in the building. He's got an amazing project coming out. Make sure you hit him up at his page at Brad Marquis, BRADDMARQUIS. Amazing artist. Shout out to director Jay Hall in the building, film director. I don't know if you know him or not, but You will meet him. Like, Jersey is the new Hollywood, and he's a big part of the reason why Jersey is starting to blow up in the film industry. Salute to you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate everybody's support that's out here now. So that's some big talk. Shout out to Willie Well Famous. You talking, I got the camera rolling, you behind the scenes, you writing scripts, you acting, you directing, you producing. That's a lot. And that's a lot that goes into producing the show. And it's a business. Talk about the business aspect of, Chuck, what's the deal? The business aspect of putting a show together.
There's a lot that goes into it. There's trademarking, there's all that fun stuff. For me, I was challenged to, of course, write the scripts. Oh, wait, someone said something. They asked, where can I see it, Menso? You can actually find it on, Lane Way of Life. Hey, thank you. Okay, so yeah, just bringing everything together. Like, honestly, I had no idea how much work this was going to be. I just knew that I wanted to get it done. I spent a lot of time looking for people to help me with the back end. Hey, Chuck, to help me with the back end. And I've had people that told me they were going to come for meetings for me and they didn't come. You just deal with a lot trying to put this together. But what I found is that in the end is that when you have people who are like-minded, or when you put something out in the atmosphere, you will attract what you want. And so with casting became easy for me because, like, the people that are also interested in this attracted themselves to me as well as I them, So it's just such a blessing that I was in this position, because honestly, writing, scheduling, finding like locations, talking to business owners about if I can use their location and the time slots and, food and everything. It's a lot, but it's so rewarding because it's what I love. Like, I will wake up at like 8 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning and do it until like 1,000,000 o'clock at night. It's just what I love.
I love that term, 1,000,000 o'clock.
Yeah, forever o'clock.
That sounds like a woman who's been around a baby for many, many sleepless nights, and her mind is just. What time is it? It's 8:11. I don't know what the hell that means, but I say it anyway. My kids just drive me crazy, So 1,000,000 o'clock, 8:11, same thing. So now producing and putting the show together. The challenges of the table readings, the dress rehearsals, people being committed to what it is that you're trying to do, and hopefully they have the same vision that you have and have the same commitment that you have. For you to talk about the amount of patience that it takes to put all of that together and to maintain.
It takes a lot of patience. I had to distance myself emotionally from it and just allow things to be what they were. Because, I have actors and, they have real lives. My actors, they have children. Some of them have like homes, mortgages. They have things that they have to do. They do have, like, some of them have like real passion for it, well, actually, excuse me. All of my actors, they have real passion for it. So it's just, it is extremely difficult when you're trying to put together a schedule and you have to go by maybe 5 people's schedule for one shoot. It's extremely difficult. But really, I'm here. I'm just here. Like, anytime I was just, this is the first time that I've ever done this role where I'm acting as the director. So literally, I did it. I feel that I did it with grace. Anytime someone told me they couldn't show up, cool, let's reschedule. And I would just make it happen. Either we're going to do it or we're not. But either way, I wouldn't stop. So, like we've had a whole lot of things like where one time my camera girl didn't show up and I had just bought a camera and I had to figure out how to use the camera on set that day. Like literally that's happened. For the Girls Suck mini-sode, that has happened. Another one, I hate to say this out loud, but one of my actors, she got really drunk the night before, had no idea we were shooting the next day, but she still came and she was throwing up in between scenes. It happened. You know? But looking at it, you'll never tell. You'll never be able to tell. And I'll never tell you who it is. We've gone through a lot of different things, but the passion that these people have behind it is amazing. Like, one time I had a girl who dropped out literally an hour before. I didn't allow that to stop me. I called the first random girl I could think of. I'm like, oh my gosh, she would be great. I called her. I'm like, look, I know this is completely random and last minute, but I need you in an hour. Would you be able to do this role? Oh, you never acted before? That's okay. I'll coach you. She came and she tore it up. Like, she literally did her thing. It was amazing, you know? And I just wouldn't take a no. I wouldn't take a no.
Well, listen, my brother just joined, my twin. You know what I mean?
Twin!
Salute to you. My older brother just joined. Salute to them. You know, shout out to them for coming in the chat. So all of those stories remind me of a young lady who started in this business. I'm not sure, maybe 5-7 years ago. It reminds me of Issa Rae, and it's something that Issa. I'm sure you did, and that's why I waited to right now. It reminds me of something that she said early on. And she said that a lot of times people think that in order for you to make it to the top, you got to go out and seek out the top directors, the top writers, the top actors. She said what she did was she networked, instead of networking upwardly, she networked outwardly with the people in her immediate circle. So this is 30. You, Kizzy, in the building. Appreciate your support. So this is 30. Your main character name is what?
Tyler.
And you have two best friends, and their names are?
Ronnie and Brianna. Yes.
One of them is a real character. Which one is that?
Ronnie.
And the other one is kind of a little more tamed, and that's
she's bougie.
That's bougie.
Brianna.
So now, do they have acting experience, or did you say, listen, I got this vision that I want to execute. Can you help me, please? Like, and what was that process like?
Well, the girl that plays Brianna, her name is Constance Frakes. And she's been acting for a very long time. I actually met her in an acting class in New York years ago. I want to say about 6 years ago I met her. And I didn't know her, but I saw her do a monologue. And I said, I have to be friends with her. So I exchanged information with her. And then one time I got cast in this movie, it was a independent film with Tony James. It was called Supposition. And he said he needed someone else. And I called her. And then from then on, our friendship began. And I actually wrote Brianna for her because when I initially met her, I thought, oh, my gosh, do you think she's... Like, I'm talking to myself, like, do you think she's mean? No, maybe she's not. I don't know. She might be. And then, like, I just talked to her, and she just gave me this big smile. And I'm like, oh, okay, we can be friends. Like, she's nice. So that's pretty much how that began. And then with Ronnie, the girl that plays Ronnie, Marie Durand, I met her when I was bartending. And she has no acting experience at all. But she's the funniest person I've ever met in my entire life. And I told her, I said, I need you to play this role. Are you willing? And she said yes. So I've been working with her, and she's been doing a wonderful job. Like, you even said she's a character. This is her first time ever doing it.
Wow.
I just told her, I was like, look, I'm going to work with you, and I'm going to get you to be you on camera as much as I possibly can. And, it's worked out. Like, the chemistry is there. It's just, it's amazing. It's such a blessing. It is. It's a blessing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. Your husband just made me aware that something that you just said was an absolute floss. And then the director, who is salute to H Royal Family and Halls Mills Network, who was doing some amazing things. He also said that the movie was dope. So, you've been flossing all over the show. This might be, and I don't mean no disrespect by it, I'm just having fun. But this might be the most flossing of any episode, and I'm on like episode 30, 2 seasons, whatever it is. You have been flossing, but it's just been so effortlessly, which makes it so dope. So, and that's a good catch. That's a good catch, my guy. But so you talk about writing, talk about producing, directing. What is
Danny?
So I wanted to ask you the character development, right? Mm-hmm. The character development in this seems to be real specific. And when you watch this, it seems like you've been writing for years. Like the character who is the one who you go to pick up you got a date and you go to pick up the clothes, she kind of throws it at you. Like, she really reminds me, like, I can see her as that character. Like, your girlfriend is always kind of trying to talk you through things. Like, I told you so. I really see her being that way. Talk about the importance and the like how you focus on character development, how important that is to creating the show.
Character development is imperative because if you don't know what characters you're working with, you'll have no direction. And I've been stumped before where I'm just like, okay, but who is Brianna? Who is Ronnie? Like, what are they going to do? But honestly, the actors that I work with, they make it so easy to write for them. As far as like the stories are concerned, like some of these experiences are experiences that I've had and I've just embellished on. Like that has happened to me. That fall that I had, I know I don't mean to spoil anything, but the fall that I had.
I was going to ask you about that.
I've had years of practice. I cannot walk in hills, and neither can my character. I needed people to shed light on that because, like, honestly, they need to give out medals to all the women that can and not look like newborn baby deer. Honestly, like, it's tough. It's hard. I've never been a hill walker. I can't. Like, anytime my husband and I, we just went to a wedding not too long ago. I had my shoes right. I forgot my shoe bag. I was barefoot. I didn't care. I had a gown on. Barefoot.
And flip-flops.
I didn't care. I did not care. No, I forgot my shoes. So I was barefoot.
Yo.
I was not rocking those heels and hurting my feet. I like my feet.
Yo, my bro, I owe you a drink for having to deal with that because that's foul. You ain't supposed to do that to that brother like that. Everybody else got gowns on.
He takes me as I am, okay?
He a good dude. All right. So I was looking at that and I was going to ask you, with the storylines, like I said, I watched all 6 episodes.
7.
7 episodes. I was going to ask you how much of that is creativity and how much of that is actual experiences that you've had, but you just answered that. So you bust your ass, pardon the French,
yes,
AJ Ture in heels
that's
while you were on a date.
Yes, that's happened. It was in the middle of New York, and I don't know if you caught that, but a guy was walking by and he's like, "Is she serious?" Like, that legit happened. I was walking in New York. I was on a date. I fell. I'm looking up at the sky. Some random guy walked by like, "Is she serious?" And I'm like, did he just say that? But most importantly, I just couldn't get up. One of my best friends, Danny, she's in here. And one time she invited me, what was that, Danny? A Christmas party. I fell down the stairs. It was like this nice stairway, like a Cinderella walkway going down. I literally fell down face first because I was walking in. It was horrible. It was horrible. And I just stayed there. She was like, why are you there? I'm like, I just have to stay here. And I had a dress on. It was horrible. So
I don't mean to laugh at.
No, you can laugh. It was hilarious.
I kind
we
of
laugh
do.
about it now.
All right, well, good. That's some funny shit.
Yep. See, she said she was there. It happened.
So now, hey Spence, check this out. Spencer Rod, check this out. And when you watch this episode, so, ladies and gentlemen, go to YouTube. So this is 30. She falls in stages like Patrick Ewing of the New York Knicks. Like every time Patrick Ewing go to make a layup, he used to fall in stages. So I need everybody to go and watch this episode. She fall in one stage into another stage, and then she lands on her back. Nice. I'm like, damn, she done bust her ass so smooth. It's crazy.